Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled Advice. I found out my wife has been cheating on me for 2 years. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. I started dating my wife 8 years ago when we were in school, and we've been married for 4 years. It was as close to love at first sight as anything I've experienced. I was ready to ask her to marry me within a month. I waited because I wanted to make sure we both had stable careers set up in the same area so she wouldn't feel pressured to compromise, and proposed immediately when we did. We've had some fights and arguments, of course, but minor ones. She was everything that I'd always wanted in a partner. Smart, funny, in tune with me, beautiful. I'm not a very socially outgoing person, but she was my best friend and someone I could always trust to be there for me. If you'd asked me on Thursday, I would have said that the last 2 years were the best of my life. On Thursday, my wife went out of her way to tell me that she loved me. She was grateful for the life we'd built together, and she was excited to start a family with me. She told me that she was planning on spending last weekend on a girls' trip for one of her friends' birthdays. After her work on Friday, I went to look at something on her computer, only because it was closer than mine. The first thing on the screen was an email with the man she was actually renting the Airbnb with. I looked back at her emails to him, and they went back to April 2017. He had made a separate throwaway email account. It looks like she didn't. I've since found out that it actually goes back to the previous fall 2 years ago. There's nothing actually personally offensive about me, but otherwise, imagine the worst possible set of disclosures you could find about your partner. That's what you have. Talk about how to sneak into each other's houses to have intercourse. Extensive coordinating about my and his wife's few trips out of town and how they can use that time with each other. Nude photos, extensive discussion of everything they're going to do to each other during their lunch break, with a heavy bondage twist. You get the idea. I spent the morning freaking out as everything I thought I knew in my world came crashing down. She came home early because she had to leave for her trip. I showed her the computer screen, told her I was leaving, that I didn't think there was any way to fix this, and that I couldn't talk about it then. She broke down and begged me not to leave, and tried to step in front of my car as I was backing out of the driveway. I have always gotten a bad vibe from this guy, and been sort of jealous of him, something that I criticized myself for since it seemed so irrational. After some internal debate, I told his wife, because I decided I would have wanted her to do that in the reverse situation. She was also stunned, but told me that she had also had a subjective suspicion. I spent the weekend with my friends, who have been unbelievably and humblingly supportive. On Saturday, I got a call from the hospital. My wife checked herself into the psych ward because she was contemplating things at the thought of me leaving her. I went to visit her yesterday, and she begged me to take her back. She also lied to me again. She said that her friends didn't know until Friday. I've talked to one of her friends who knew the whole time. I want my life back. I want a friend, and partner, and confidant, and I want to start a family. I thought she was the perfect person in the world to do that with. I genuinely can't imagine trying to start over with someone else. My wife says she'll do anything to make this work. But what can she possibly do? How can I ever trust her again when she's willing to do this to me for 2 years and lie about it? How can I ever hold her or kiss her or sit across from her at dinner without thinking about what I know? And the first advice says, relationship at this point won't work because it's reached the breaking point of trust. I'm sorry for you. There is no way you can trust her again, and it's better for you to start over. And I mean it. This kinda happened to me with my ex-girlfriend, almost fiance. She was dating another guy behind my back, and I truly tried to make it work again. But that odd feeling while holding her hand or the intention to kiss her was killed by the thought of maybe the other guy already had done that. If you consider to make it work, you will be putting yourself in a very hard situation. It hurts like hell, but try to move on. Hope you'll be okay. And the second advice says, you are getting good advice here. 1. What she did was not a mistake, but a choice. 2. Completely premeditated. 3. Plays the psych card. What you do right now is speak to friends and family, which you have done. Lawyer up quietly to understand your options, protect your assets, money market accounts, investments, etc. Change passwords to everything. Move 50% of your checking/saving account money to your personal account. Cancel or put hold on all joint credit cards. If you rent an apartment is under your name, pack her stuff and ask AP or her parents to come pick it up. And you go NC. Don't answer her calls, texts, and block her from all social media. Why? Because you need to heal. And having her around will simply interfere with that process. You need time to think. She may extend this olive branch for you, but understand she's doing it for her and the guilt of systematically cheating on you. From now onwards, understand that you may still be in love with the idea of her, but not the reality. Careful, good luck. P.S. Print all emails and message exchanges. You might need it. If she deleted them, hurry up. And the third advice says, I'm not sure how long ago D-Day was for you, but for most people in your situation, the first few weeks are a major S-show/blur. You are not able to think clearly. Although I'm sure your initial reaction is to end things immediately. When this happened to me 3 months ago, I couldn't eat, sleep, and sustain myself on wine alone. After a week or two, I started reading book after book on infidelity. I read books that were pro-reconciliation and against. The only thing both perspectives agreed upon is to give major decisions time, like 3 to 6 months, so emotions don't fully drive the choices. It's a painful reality, and sadly, this is where you will have to sit for a while. Nothing really makes you feel better, even though you are looking for something that will. Your WS will never feel this bad, and that's a bitter pill to swallow. She can work hard to fix it, and ultimately, if you decide to see if the relationship is worth the work, it is possible to forge a new marriage with your wife, but it will clearly never be the same. Sorry you're here. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below and let me know if there's any other subreddits you guys would like me to make videos on, and also like the video and please subscribe.